Hello folks, Takamasok here, and welcome to Let's Play Blaster Master. But before all that, let's have a story time. Remember that frog you had? You remember when it jumped out of its fishbowl that you just had it in? Remember when it jumped out into the backyard towards that large thing of radioactive waste? Yeah, and it grew to 10 times its size, of course, and it got so heavy it just fell straight through the earth. And why not? You jumped in after it. I tried to tell you not to, but there you go. And of course you found that gigantic 150-ton titanium tank down there, fully complete with helmet and battle armor, of course, you know, just... Yes, folks, that is the storyline of Blaster Master, 1988. You can't really get too carried away with this kind of thing. Anyway, gear up, hop in the Sophia, and let's go! Controls, very, very basic. It is the Nintendo, after all. A is jump, B is fire. Pretty much all you need to know. You'll get little P's like this, which is your power-up. Your power down there on the left is pretty much your HP. Avoid anything like that on the bottom. You can see it's kind of like spiky root-type things. That'll do 2 damage. It's a little faster than per second, so... And those are bombs, the little rolling things that those monsters were dropping. Those will also do 2 damage. I am not getting that. That is a hover power-up, which we don't have the hover ability yet, so... It's still a good idea to collect them, because I believe the game does pay attention to how many you've collected over time. And if you hit select, Jason can jump out of his tank. This generally isn't a good idea when you're on the main world like this. But it's absolutely crucial to the game. Cool thing about that is if Jason is out of his tank, he can take a little bit of damage and hop back in it, and then when he comes back out, he'll be full HP, so that's kind of cool. Hey. Okay, let's hop out and go down here. Jump and jump again to grab on. If Jason falls too far, he starts taking damage at about, I believe it's 3 squares, and if he falls about 5 or 6, he'll actually just die straight out, so keep that in mind when you are walking around with Jason. And every stage has these little doors right here. When we push down, we'll enter them, and we'll go into a pretty cool overhead view with Jason. The controls changed a little bit. B is still fire your gun, but A is switched to a grenade attack, which is much stronger. So let's use that. You might have also noticed that the hover power-up has changed to a gun power-up. Just wait for the bullets to go back in. He could potentially drop the gun power-up, but he chose not to. These blocks vary from area to area, but they're pretty obvious. Here we have a hover power-up, 1 gun strength power-up. These are the multi-warhead missiles and the Thunder Break, which we'll take a look at for the Sophia there. It's generally a good idea to bust through all of these. The game, how easy it is, usually depends on how well you can keep your gun filled. The max gun upgrade is really helpful, so... And if you want, you could go back in that area and just keep getting that 1 gun power-up over and over again. The first area, you don't really need it. Because we have hand grenades. Infinite hand grenades. I'll show off a couple of areas. What the hell is that? The mutant TV attack! Right? Let's hop in here. Hey! Those guys will just chase after you, and every now and then they'll fire something at you. Or they choose not to, whichever. Now, a very helpful command in the game is if you throw a grenade, you can strafe if you hold the button, so that can be pretty crucial later in the game. Not so much in the first areas, but... Oh, wow. And as you can see, the gun power-up, the first couple will just make it shoot all the way across the screen, which is actually a lot more helpful than it sounds. The first one, where it only shoots about half, is just absolutely worthless. Some power-ups come in this flashing form, obviously the power-up right there. Or you can get the... let's see here. Well, I thought there was a hover power-up. Sometimes these things spawn and sometimes they don't. I've never really been able to determine what makes them spawn and what makes them not spawn. So if it's not there, you can always just re-enter it and it may be there the next time, with any luck. Yeah, you can find a flashing H, flashing P, and every now and then you can actually find a flashing gun power-up, and those add 4 instead of just 1, so definitely very beneficial. I don't remember if I said, but if you take damage also, while you're in this overhead view, you actually lose 1 gun point too, so that really sucks. You can get hit all you want out here, though. Let's take a look at a couple more things. Hey! What's the point of him? I don't know. Down here we have a big old green face guy, or whatever the hell he's supposed to be. Yeah, this is obviously a world full of mutants, but we can't get past him. I just wanted to show you where he was for later. Let's explore down here. If you can all avoid it, try to keep the Sophia out of the water, because it does not handle very well in the water. Sinks grotesquely slowly, and not only that, it cannot jump for the crap either. And here we have the final upgrade for the Sophia, the homing missiles. Not so much an upgrade, just a regular weapon. Now that we have all 3, let's take a look. There's another door down there, but I don't really care to show it off. There's not really anything down there of note. Alright, here we go, the homing missiles, what you might expect. Something has to be on the screen. If you hit down and fire, it'll go chase after it. Arguably the most useful weapon in the game. I believe it can fire up to 4, so if you're just absolutely buried in guys, still a good idea, but just keep in mind it won't go after 5, 10. Alright, what else do we have here? We have our Thunder Break, which I really don't use. Once again, down and B. It'll either throw it straight down, a little off to the right, or a little to the left. I personally have never really found it that useful. And finally, the multi-warhead just shoots 3 missiles in front of you, so that's a little more useful than Thunder Break, in my opinion. Let's head down here. If you're at full health, there's really no reason to kill the enemies around here. So, yeah, if you can avoid it, you might as well. It's not going to help you. It's not like you gain experience or anything like that. But let's hop in this door. As you might have seen, I don't think I showed it off, but these guys will either fly straight up and down, or they'll go side to side. You can't really tell until you get near them. But you can kind of tease them. Hey. Oh. You can kind of tease them, just get close to them and back up. They'll go whichever way they're going to go. And obviously, if they don't go when you go near them... How many times can I say go in 2 seconds? But yeah, obviously this one's not going left. Kind of tease them. No? Huh. Well, whatever. They always remind me of those little trap things in Legend of Zelda. Keep in mind that Jason is also right-handed, so if you have stuff that is up against this wall, you can't shoot it. That is where you may want a grenade. Hey, buddy. Yes, let's take damage to gain damage. Or we could kind of do the sneaky little behind the grass type thing. And that's how you get that without taking damage. Now this guy, when you shoot him, he will fire at you. So you might want to just do a grenade and run. I believe he can also drop gun power-ups, but he chose not to. What the hell is that? It needs grenades, whatever the hell it is. I think it's supposed to be like an android head or something. Your guess is as good as mine. And as you can see, after a while, the power-ups that are on the screen, they will disappear. Keep that as a mental note. And here we have a seizure. Great. Yeah, this is a boss battle indication. Mother Brain, pretty easy. Just go nuts with grenades. Should be able to take it out long before the outer circle of brains gets over here, so pretty easy. And once that is defeated, you get a permanent power-up for the tank. Let's take a look at it. And thankfully it puts you all the way back at the entrance. The Sophia is now equipped with the Hyper Cannon, which is a basic power upgrade, and it's upgraded our power just enough to go kill that green face guy we saw earlier. And in addition to that, it will also increase the power of your warhead missiles and your heat seekers there. Plus, it's got a spiffy new little animation. And I'll go... Ow. I'll go hang out right in front of that, face guy. Because that seems like a wonderful spot to pause, because nothing can kill me. But we'll continue on to Area 2 on Let's Play Blaster Master. This is Takama-san, and I will see you later.